Hi, this video is to introduce you to how we will be using Google Classroom in class this year. First of all, I find my Google Classroom in a folder with other Google apps. You need to organize your iPad so you can find the apps easily. But if it takes more than a few seconds to open, please try closing it by hitting the home button twice, swiping up, close it, and then restart it. If it takes more than a few seconds on this screen is when you do that. All right, so you need to choose the class. So it should have my name in it somewhere and your hour of social studies. This is a stream where you're going to find our announcements. So you notice on this page it says that I was out sick on May 9th. Make sure you always read the stream announcements, especially when I'm gone. I will leave important information there. But what you want to do is go to classwork to find your assignments. That's at the bottom of the screen. So classwork, there we go. Classwork is, the assignments are organized by unit and numbered. You can look at them on this page that lets you see all the units, or tap on the name of the unit just to see one unit. The first assignment for this slavery and sectionalism unit from last year was the notes, which would be assigned to number 9-1. It was the 9th unit of the year, and it was the first assignment of that unit, so 9-1. The second assignment from that unit is a mastery check. That's 9-2. These are graded assignments that check just one part of the target. If you pass all the mastery checks, you should be able to do well on the test or other assessment at the end of the unit. Let's look at the notes assignment more closely. You'll have one or more notes page for each unit. I will have paper copies for you, or you can choose to complete them digitally. Most of my students have preferred paper for their notes. Even if you do the notes on paper, you will still need to find the assignment on Google Classroom because it has the links to resources you will need to complete your notes, like the Edpuzzle videos. You will also need to turn in a picture of your completed notes paper on Google Classroom. When you see the assignment, you will see the digital copy of the notes. You'll tap on the name of it to open it, and then the arrow in the top corner lets you open it in the correct app. So I tend to use Google Slides for a lot of my assignments, so most of my students decide it's a good idea to go ahead and download the Google Slides app. Now that I've opened the notes file in the app, I can see which resources I need to use to complete the notes here in the left column. The first section will be vocabulary words, which we will have learned together in class, but my goal is always to have a video reviewing the vocab words for you to complete the vocab notes section. It will be attached to the notes assignment, but I didn't make a vocab video for the slavery and sectionalism unit last year, so it isn't on this assignment yet. It will be when you guys get there. Just below the vocab, I see the notes from the Compromise of 1850 section are on page 470 to 471. That's in the textbook. In the classroom, you're welcome to use the textbook that is in the desk, but at home you will need to use online textbook, and some of my students prefer to use the online textbook in the classroom. So in the section called the Compromise of 1850, which is the title of the notes section, you're going to somewhere find those words. So you'll look for those words, you'll find the blanks. I like to have the textbook read aloud to me using the speaker button at the top of the page. I learn well by listening sometimes, but other people learn better when they read at their own pace. Try both ways and see which one works best for you. You do the one that works best for you. But if you want to use a speaker, it's right up there. For whatever reason, the sound does not seem to be working actually on my iPad today. I think it might be because I'm recording a video, but I'm not sure. So that's how you record, that's how you hear someone, a real person, read it to you. Later on, when I'm finished with that section, I'm going to look at the Fugitive Slave Act section. That's the next section, and it's also the next section in the notes. So you see the title is in the notes as well as the page number, and I will put down the Unit 6, Chapter 14, Lesson 1.1 in there as well. That's something I actually added for this year. When I get to page 4 of the notes for this unit, I see that it says video instead of page numbers. The links for the videos will be on the Google Classroom assignment that they go with. So I see the Dred Scott decision video for this section of notes is linked in the assignment. So I'm going to have to close the notes right there. This is one reason to pop it out to the app, is so I can still get to the links and have my notes open. So hit that X. I'm going to click on the link that says Edpuzzle Dred Scott decision, because I was looking at the Dred Scott decision section of notes. When you click a link from an assignment, it will ask you what you want to use to open it. Please save yourself time and headaches by clicking this little blue toggle off and telling it to use the default app. If you don't, you'll wonder why you can't type on a document or why a website isn't working correctly. The fix is almost always to pop it out all the way to the app, because if you just tap the Safari or Chrome icon from back there, it stays inside Google Classroom, which causes some things not to work right. I had some students last year lose their work when they didn't follow those instructions. So remember, every time it asks you, turn off the blue toggle and tell it to use the default app. Videos almost always will be in Edpuzzle. You will need to sign in with Google Classroom to get to it possibly, and sometimes it'll take you right there because you're already going from Google Classroom. If you get an error message that says you're not in the class, I probably need to update the class on my side of Edpuzzle, so please let me know. In Edpuzzle, the video will stop for questions. Whenever it stops, always check to see if you need to add information to your notes. Usually the notes will match the question or answer on the video. Thanks for watching.